Obviously, they might not be stoking up the managers, but we have seen the players perhaps trying to do that this week. And I'm particularly talking about what Trent Alexander-Arnold had to say. He claimed on Wednesday that silverware means more to Liverpool fans than it does to City because of the amount the treble winners have spent. But Erling Haaland responded in an interview by saying this: "I've been here 1 year and won the treble. That was quite a nice feeling. I don't think he knows this feeling." On breakfast earlier this week, the former Manchester City defender, Danny Mills, dismissed Trent's claims.
He's got no idea, what it feels like for those Man City fans who have been in League One or, lower than that, what it was in the day and come through. So for the fans, and to win 4 in a row, surely that means a lot. That's exceptional. So again, I think it was maybe unwise. We all know any sort of comments like that generally come back to bite you in the backside.
Yeah.
So all he should have said was, look, we're desperate to win it. To us and our fans, it would mean everything. And I'm going to do everything possible to try and win it for our fans because it would mean so much. Don't start antagonising other fans because you shouldn't really be speaking for other people.
So were they unwise comments from Trent that Danny's saying there?
It doesn't bother me at all. It's the way he feels. And look, Trent's, he's not going to be playing today because he's been injured. So he's probably just thinking, well, there is a rivalry there and maybe it's not between the two managers, but I'll stoke or ruffle a few feathers along the way. We are very, what football's like now. One of the great things about it is how hypocritical we can all be. When it's us and them and, we shout on the terraces, it's a penalty and then, he dived if it's not our team. I know. Football fans are made like that. We all look at our own clubs and we'll all make a great argument of why our club's been unfairly treated or, it's football. And that's what makes it such a great sport in many ways.
Tribalism.
Yeah, it's tribalism in every way.
Yeah.
And we do it. And if we take away tribalism from football, and there are some bad sides to it. Obviously, where it goes too far with hooliganism and things like that. But if we take away the tribalism regards to how we feel and how biased we can be on our opinions, that's what football is. We're blinkered. It is through rose. Every fan looks through rose-tinted glasses over their club. Mm-hmm. I do it, and I work in the media, and I'm conscious of it all the time about how I feel about my club, and I mustn't be biased. I just need to give an honest assessment, and I try to do it as much as I can. I've been accused so often, you can't be a Liverpool fan, because I might say something like I said earlier on the season about Darwin Núñez, says Liverpool can't win the title unless he's clinical. I had a lot of reaction to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, well, no, I think factually, I can't even say factually, it's true for me.
Yeah.
And we are like that in football.
It amazes me how people get so uppity about an opinion.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's only no big of a deal. If Liverpool win the quadruple, he can return back and say, well, how would you know? You haven't won the quadruple. It gets silly. But this is, even though it is in the Champions League, it's the Europa League.
But there's when I say I get uppity about an opinion, of course everyone has a right to respond. I get that. And we all should have healthy debates. That's what's great. And that's what's really great about football as well. But what frustrates me is when people take it to the nth degree and they take it so personally, when sometimes you're not talking about a personal thing, you're just talking about Trent Alexander's viewpoint, for example. That, as you said, that is his view. Now, does he need to say it? Maybe he doesn't need to say it, but at the time he's asked obviously a question and he's responded to it in that way. But we don't then have to become, it doesn't have to become a massive
Football's really,
issue.
really funny and strange in many ways. If I asked you something about your club, you'll immediately get a reaction because, you feel that way. And you could also make an argument about how Brentford's season is and how you've been affected by injuries and the positions and the importance of the players and things, the loss of Ivan Toney for such a long time. Yeah. And you've had massive things happen. But because it's your club, people think you're biased. Well, you're going to have a bias. You support
everyone does.
It's like defending a family member, isn't it? Your football club. It really is.
Yeah. No, it's very true. The Sunday session comes live from Anfield for you today. We'll keep you right across everything that's going on in the Premier League and the WSL. That's from 1:00. Then from 6, you can get your calls into Majestic and Premier League manager Alan Pardew on the Final Word phone in. And don't forget, tomorrow on Drive, Manchester City defender Carl Walker will be
good one.
live
Great.
on the show. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, whichever way the result goes, and how he reacts to it tomorrow.
The Sunday Sports Breakfast with Natalie Sawyer and Tony Cascarino. Sunday mornings from 6 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.